so the digital world is somewhat ironic. You've got somebody wearing a contraption, so they have a physical contraption which constrains them in order to become unconstrained in virtual space. Okay, so get this. We are putting ourselves in a digital space and making ourselves, embodying ourselves with a digital persona and using our physical self to look at ourselves in the digital world. I mean, isn't that nuts? Don't you think that's a little bit crazy? So it's like a feedback loop. Here's me in the physical and the digital sort of going round and round in this kind of feedback loop. And then I have to have all this hardware. I've got to have this thing on my face. I've got to have these things tracking me. And I can't actually move out of that space. I have to be in that space in order for the hardware and software to work. I mean, that's crazy, really, when you think about it, because I'm trying to release myself into this unbounded virtual world, but I'm actually constrained physically in order to do that. It's like locking yourself in prison in order to be free. So what we're trying to do is become this cyber persona, this cyber self, which we can then explore all these digital worlds. It's crazy, but at the same time it's quite fantastic. So look at what we can become in the digital universe. We can be Superman, we can have all these superpowers. I can fly, I can take down a mountain with one swipe of my hand. I bet you can't do that in the real world. So it's kind of almost addictive because you can do all these things that you can't do. That's the irony of it. In order to do all these things, you constrain yourself physically to become Superman. And we can break the natural laws. We can break physical laws. In fact, this whole new set of rules apply. There are no rules. In cyberspace, there are basically no rules. Not quite true though, because the programming still constrains you in some way. Okay, so there's some things that are possibly wrong with this. For example, it changes our morality. We can kill without repercussions. You know, we'll just go in there, first person shooter, boom, 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 boom. Everybody's dead, except they can come alive again. But what are we really doing in cyberspace? If we think about it, we are playing God.